Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Talk with Jane Unakwe. So on this channel, we talk about personal development and tips on how not to do life alone. So I'm a young wife and a young mom, and I have a son that always likes to bump into my videos. That is why I have him here, because he has refused to be alone, and I don't have anyone babysitting. So even despite the fact that I'm hiding in the corner of the house to do this video, he still figured out where I am and came there. So the place is actually really hot. So I have a hand fan with me. So please permit me to use this fan today. Alright, so welcome again. Welcome to my first time subscribers and my subscribers. I really appreciate you all for always watching my videos, for subscribing. It means a lot to me. I do not take it for granted. So today we'll be talking about body odor, and I would really like you to sit back and enjoy today's topic because it's really crucial. So we'll be talking about what body odor is, how to identify body odor, and how to deal with body odor forever. So in a layman's understanding, I would say body odor is the smell that comes out of our sweat. Whenever we wear our clothes, perhaps um, when we go out and come back and the sweat is unpleasant. So there's nothing wrong with having a body smell. Some people have body smells that are very pleasant, and some people have an awful or an unpleasant body smell. So the unpleasant body smell is the body odor. So we'll be talking about how to identify it. So the first and the simplest way to identify body odor is when you take off your clothes, the clothes you always wear every day, and you notice an unpleasant smell or you perceive something unpleasant on the clothes, an unpleasant smell on the clothes, then you know you have something to work on. Excuse me, please. So you know you have something to work on. You know, I was a victim of body odor. That was way back years ago when I was in secondary school, and I did not know. So the challenge is most people who have body odor don't know that they have body odor. So they just go about their daily life, and especially those that use a public vehicle, when they get into the vehicle in their sweaty clothes, you see people shifting like they don't want to get close to them. Some even some even go to the point of trying to create a bridge between them and the people that have body odor, the person that has body odor. So some would even start cleaning off, and you feel like what's going on. So it's really not easy to identify body odor, but that was the easiest way I identified that I had body odor, and it helped me deal with it. Even after the senior told me, "Excuse me, you're smelling." In secondary school, a senior student told me, "Get out, you're smelling." So I thought it was one of the insults, senior students give junior students. Or maybe he was trying to tell me I really have body odor, but he didn't know how to put it. But whichever way he was saying it, he was actually very rude, and I'm glad I dealt with it. And today I can come to speak with you and tell you about what it is, how to identify it, and how to deal with it. So I've told you the major and simplest way to identify it, because you wouldn't go around asking people, "Am I smelling?" No, you wouldn't want to do that. And trust me, you wouldn't want to get their response, because I don't know why this is sounded funny. Some response could actually be very insulting. Alright, so that's the easiest and the simplest way to identify body odor. So, how do you deal with body odor? First of all, I would say the first and major way to deal with body odor is regular bath. Okay, so if you used to have your bath, or you know someone that has body odor and usually have his bath once a day, he has to increase it, or you have to increase it. All right, so you have to increase the number of times you have your bath. If possible, if you're not at work, you do 3 times a day. But if you can't do 3 times a day, you do minimum of 2 times a day. Right? Especially when you sweat, don't ignore it and just feel lazy. You know, the world is so busy, and we get so busy with life, we get so engaged that after the day's work, we'll come back home and sometimes we just doze off on the bed. Some people even doze off with their work clothes. But for the person that has body odor, or you're trying to encourage someone that has body odor, he doesn't have to doze off like that. You must have your bath, especially at night. All right, you must have your bath. Yeah, morning and night, minimum twice a day, but as frequent as possible because you're dealing with that. I remember then I was having my bath 3 times a day, morning, noon, and night, because I wanted to deal with this. So you have your bath with clean water and a little bit of disinfectant in your water, because there could be a quantity of disinfectant you could put in your water and it will begin to itch your skin, or you would react to it. Your skin would react to it. So that's one step to deal with body odor. Remember, I said frequent bath. You have to have frequent bath, minimum of twice a day. Then the second step on how to deal with body odor is the soap you use in bathing. All right, so we have a lot of soaps out there, but the best way I can describe this is use a soap with mild fragrance, very mild fragrance. You don't want to go for something that has a very harsh fragrance. How would you know a harsh fragrance is discomforting? Like in the next 15 minutes, you're not even feeling so cool and pleasant about yourself. It's making you feel so uncomfortable. It's too harsh, and you can't use that because of what you're dealing with. You can't use a harsh fragrance. I would say use a feminine soap. All right, because most products that are feminine have very mild and pleasing and attracting fragrances. So use a mild fragrance soap. The next one I'll talk about is your cream. Number 3 point is your cream, the cream you use. So I don't know the cream you're using, but the same rule that applies to the soap applies to the cream. You wouldn't want to go for something harsh. I know a situation where, because of the weather, I'm vlogging from Nigeria. I'm in Nigerian, okay. So most times our weather is very harsh, and for those that have to go out every day, due to the harshness of the weather, it tends to change their skin tone. So some people are trying to get back their skin tone, and then they'll have to go for some toning creams that can help them with that. But because of what you're dealing with, you don't want to do that, because some toning creams have harsh fragrance, all right, and some toning creams have hydroquinone in them. And now most of those chemicals, we really don't need them right now for what we are talking about. So you go for something very simple, very mild, something that is not harsh, and something that will not make you always sweat, because if you're always sweating due to the cream you use, it's not helping matters, it's rather worsening it. All right, so remember, number one, frequent bath. Number two, you go for a mild soap, and same thing applies for number three. So the feminine fragrance of soap, feminine fragrance of cream. And then the fourth tip, or the fourth way to take care of body odor, eradicate it. Sorry, he's back. Okay, he's saying hi. All right. So the first way to deal with body odor, and again, some people say body odor is natural. You cannot do anything about it. That's a lie. That's a big, big lie. Irrespective of the job you do, some people do skilled jobs that have to make them get so dirty. You can do those jobs and you would not have body odor. So don't believe the lie that you cannot deal take care of or deal with body odor. That's not true. That's not true. All right. So you really, really can, and you gain better confidence, right? So the fourth way is your clothes. You have to frequently wash your clothes. Your clothes, whatever you wear, you have to frequently wash it, and you have to avoid repeating clothes. What I mean by avoid repeating clothes is some people they wear clothes today, so perhaps they want to wear it. Today is Thursday, so perhaps they want to wear it on Friday again. They'll have to sun it. So they don't want to wash it today. They'll have to sun it so that they'll wear it on Saturday. Sorry, they want to wear it on Saturday. Today is Thursday. I'm talking from where I am, Nigeria. Today is Thursday, so perhaps they wore a clothes today, and they want to wear it again on Saturday. So they wouldn't wash it. They'll have to sun it to wear it on Saturday. No, you don't have to. You just can't do that because of what we are talking about. Because of what we want to deal with. So if you wear your clothes today, you wash it today, or you don't repeat it. Perhaps you have the days where you wash, but what I'm trying to say is one wear, one wash. Yes, that's the best way to describe it now. One wear, one wash, okay? Don't keep it to reuse. It's not a recycle material, kind of. I hope I'm making sense. So one wear, one wash, and the sun has to be your friend. Some people they have houses where they really can't bring their clothes to the sun. I don't know how you would do that, but if you can always, if you can bring your clothes out to the sun, if you can really bring your clothes out to the sun for the sun to help you dry it will be very good. But the main thing is one wear, one wash. You don't wear and say because I want to wear tomorrow. Especially students. If you're a student and you're listening to me now, you have your school uniform. You have to wash your school uniform every day. You wear today, you wash it today. You wear tomorrow, you wash it tomorrow because of what you are dealing with. In fact, wearing neat clothes is really very important. So it's one wear, one wash. So when I dealt with body odor, I appreciated one wear, one wash. So when I don't even repeat clothes without washing them again. So you would really appreciate it. And it could be stressful, I understand, but we are working on something and we want to see a result and we want to gain our confidence again. So just go through the stress, alright? It is what it is. So those are the steps, the major steps of dealing with body odor. And final one, drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of water and watch what you eat. Watch what you eat and use nice fragrance, right? So when I was dealing with body odor, I used nice fragrance deodorants. I didn't go for harsh ones. Anything that is harsh this period, just avoid any masculine fragrance. Yes, because I know that most masculine fragrances are really harsh. Talking from where I am, where I don't know about where you're watching from, but most masculine fragrance are really very harsh. So whatever fragrance you want to use, just go for something feminine. And you know that there are some feminine fragrances too that are harsh, but avoid anything harsh. Use something very mild, very accepting, very welcoming. So that's what you have to use. You have to drink a lot of water, watch what you eat, and use good fragrance, feminine, mild fragrances until you get your results. And before I end this video, I would like to encourage you. It could take a while. Honestly, it could take a while. Sometimes it will look like nothing is working, but we're working on something, that's the truth, and it's not magic, all right? We want to see results, so there are steps to this, and for you to go through the steps, you have to be patient. So I would ask you to be patient in dealing with this body odor, or if you're listening to this video so that you could help someone, I really appreciate your efforts because it's not easy helping someone that has body odor, because sometimes they may feel like you're literally telling them they're smelling. I know you are actually saying something meaningful to them, actually mean well for them, but they may not understand it. So just encourage them, or you encourage yourself, whoever this is for. It's going to take a while. It's not going to take years, perhaps. It may take years too, but just be patient. Go through the process and you will enjoy the result and gain back your confidence, right? So, thank you for watching this video. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. You can drop your comments below on any video you think you would want me to talk about, and your suggestions also on how to deal with body odor. You can also ask your questions, and we'll talk about it. Remember, you're not supposed to do life alone. Let's do it together and enjoy the beautiful life God has given to us. See you next time. Bye bye.